Hayden, I have a question for you.
What's up, Dan?
Would you like to meet Kirby?
Yeah, I think he's a cute little guy. Don't see why I wouldn't.
It's possible.
Yeah.
It's possible. Yeah, within Kirby canon, it is possible to meet Kirby. In about the next 100 years, there will be an arms race, a robot arms race, between the entire world, eventually resulting in the pinnacle of humankind's technology that will eradicate everything that moves without prejudice. All you have to do is survive that, the next couple thousand years of an ice age, of an abandoned cold ice age, and Kirby will come bumping about. Kirby will come jumping around. And all you gotta do is make it through all that, and you can meet Kirby. We're all dead in Kirby canon. Everyone that you know, everyone that you love is dead in Kirby lore. And I'm here to explain why. Welcome to Mouthfools. I'm Failboat, and I'm here with my friends, Hayden, Jaymoji, and Gabriel Gaming.
Good God, dude.
Holy shit, dude.
I came prepared with an intro this time.
Oh my God. That was a lot to process at once. I was trying to articulate how to react to that, and I just simply couldn't.
And that's like not even a B plot of Kirby. That's like a D plot.
Oh.
That's like such an irrelevant detail to the whole world of Kirby.
Oh,
Can we
boy.
do something, lighter, like Warhammer 40k today or something like that? I'm like, that's too dark, man.
I would love to hear about Warhammer someday.
Oh, yeah, that would be fun.
That intro was on par with like going up to a kid and being like, "Hey, do you want some chicken McNuggets?" And he's like, "Yeah." And you're like,
Yeah.
"You know, they threw a chicken against a wall and then decapitated it and turned it into pink paste
You know
and then
that is
shoved it
I was
into the
gonna say,
restaurant."
You know that is pink goo that you're eating right now? That's not even real chicken. That's like 5% chicken, kid.
What did he say? Garbage.
Dude. I can't wait to meet Kirby, I guess.
That's it. All you have to do is survive all that, and you can
Looking
meet
forward
Kirby.
to it.
You know what else I'm looking forward to? You at home subscribing to the podcast.
Oh God.
Oh, he did.
Whoa, you do that right now. We're not continuing the show until you do.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do it.
All right, good.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
I really didn't think they were gonna do it. I didn't think we
I
had
was on
them.
the edge for a second, but there you go.
Another one down. All right.
Another single subscriber. We got one subscriber from that, boys. Let's do it. Let's go.
And it was you.
On that grind.
Let's go for
All right,
10.
Kirby lore.
Kirby.
Kirby lore.
Let's get into
it. Kirby is, as I prefaced a little bit, it's a game, or it's a chunk of lore that is a little bit removed from the game. When you play through Kirby games, you're not going to probably notice a bunch of the lore because it's hidden away in pause screens and quick flashes of dialogue. But it all is strung together in such a fun way that each game, it drops another like wrecking ball of knowledge. And it's so much fun to follow along because it's so dark, and oh my God, there are so many grim, sometimes happy ending, but usually grim narratives in Kirby that you would listen to the plot of and be like, that's not Kirby.
He's a cute little pink
That's
ball.
not how it works. How did I miss that? I didn't see that at all when I played through. So everybody at home, put on your Kirby hats.
Oh, I don't
Open up.
Oh, no.
I don't
Open up your Kirby textbooks.
Oh, I don't
And
really, I don't have
we're gonna get into the wonderful world of Kirby lore today.
I have a question. Wait, I have a question.
Shut up.
Should I be taking no okay. I answered that perfectly.
You're such a problem student.
Yeah, I know. That's not the first and probably not the last time I'll hear that. From an adult male wearing a Kirby hat. It's the second time I've heard that.
What? Whoa. Well, here. Allow me to spin you a tale, pitch you a narrative, and put you in the shoes of another. One sec. Hayden?
One sec. I'm listening.
Okay.
I'm listening. Keep going.
Yeah.
Oh, God. All these students pacing around the back of the classroom. So, you are a professor.
No, I'm not.
You're a professor. Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. I must have had the wrong call.
Did I
thought I was
break
talking
the illusion?
You are a professor, later to be referred to as the Ancients. You study magic. You're good at it. You have another sect of researchers, of professors that study technology. They're cool, but you're a little bit cooler. You study magic. You study that good shit. You use it for good, though. You make staffs that bring dreams forth. You make wish-granting supercomputers that'll be passed down throughout legend. You dabble a little bit in
Where's the part where everyone dies?
You dabble a little bit in the black arts, in the ancient rituals.
Ooh, okay, interesting.
from beyond the worlds, but that's not the main focus. However, when a great evil becomes a problem, you are the ones to seal it away. You use your magic of the arcane to seal away Ganondorf in Jambastian hearts, in prisons made out of magic. And then the people that look at technology and science are like, "Dude, those fuckers are scary. They use magic. I'm scared of magic. We don't believe in God. We believe in electricity, Benjamin Franklin or whoever invented electricity." And so the people, the professors, the studious professors that are after technology banish the magical professors, the studious ones of magic, to the farthest reaches of the universe, to ideally never be seen again and imprisoned for their powers. But you're a professor. You're a good guy. You've saved people multiple times on your journeys. You've witnessed people freezing to death, burning alive, people about to commit grave offenses, and you forgive them. You bring them onto your side. Yeah. You are a great person.
Thanks.
But you've been banished. No problem. Clip that audio bite and you can have Failboat giving you positive reinforcement whenever you like.
You're great, but you've been banished. Great for your stream chats.
You've been sent to a distant region of the world, and that makes you a little bit angry. That makes you a little bit upset. You become filled with rage at the betrayal of those who wield technology. And so you go back into those dark arts. You go back into the research into an entity known as dark matter. And you begin a dark, evil ritual to take revenge on not only those who wield technology, but the rest of the galaxy, the rest of anything outside of where you've been banished.
You formed the IRS. Oh my gosh. What a vile backstory.
Wow, Kirby gets too dark and real. Good lord,
man.
Oh god.
Can instead of releasing dark matter, I like scream in a pillow because I'm mad? Is there a more healthy way to release my anger?
Yeah, I was gonna say this is rough. What the hell?
Yeah.
That's what happens when you don't have therapy.
Yeah, that's gotta be what it is.
You do
It's the
dark
penalties.
magic rituals.
Exactly.
That's what everyone goes to.
The loved ones that you've saved, no more than tools to you at this point. Tools for revenge, lost to madness. Not only do you sacrifice them, you sacrifice yourself, their very lives, your very life, to summon something that can destroy all the cosmos, all the world, everything that exists.
Is it Kirby?
The void. No, this is Void Termina. This is the destroyer of worlds, and what is effectively the end-all, be-all god.
Are we still talking about Kirby?
Absolutely.
Yeah, did you know the Dark Void, remember?
Yeah, I was gonna say, so like the pink lovable little guy that inhales things and does funny abilities. Now we're talking about Destroyer of Worlds and Void Termina. This Final Fantasy sounding motherfucker.
Yeah.
Void Termina is an entity. It's an entity built exclusively from negative emotions, to put it lightly. From hatred, from anger,
Nausea.
from anything that exists in the world. Nausea. When you upload a video on YouTube and you get 10 out of 10.
He's like me for real.
Stop the story. Stop talking. Listen, I appreciate you wanted to do this episode, but you're freaking me the fuck out. I don't want to do this anymore.
This
Think about
Void,
something else.
this Void Termina guy sounds like me for real.
Yeah.
Good lord.
Darkness,
stub your toe?
deception, nausea, and
just built off of negative emotion. Yeah, that's me.
Don't worry,
Ever
guys.
stub your toe?
At some point, Waddle Dee with a parasol will save us all. I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
Thank
And
God.
that's effectively how it goes. This destroyer of worlds is summoned, and it takes an equally pure being. A pure being not born of malice, but born of friendship, of allies, of happiness. It takes Kirby coming in to destroy the destroyer of worlds and reveal their actual form as another Kirby, as another entity. This destroyer of worlds is not just a giant entity demon. It's Kirby. It's another Kirby. It's a being. While Kirby was born of happiness, surrounded by friends, by love, by acceptance, Void Termina, a being that destroys the whole world, is one born in isolation, of malice, of anger, of hatred.
So they're the same fucking species.
It takes friendship. It takes friendship from another. What? It takes love to bring them back.
What the fuck?
To make them happy. Kirby is able to bring back a lot of people with their friendship, with their allies, with their love, with their possession. In Kirby Star Allies, you can throw around hearts and make people your friends.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, that is a thing.
You can possess them.
It's cute. It's adorable. Don't make this weird. Don't make this weird. Don't make this weird. It's adorable. It's cute. It's wholesome. It's wholesome. Make it
You
weird.
can possess them. Make them your friend, no matter what their thoughts were prior. Kill whoever you like. Throw a heart at them. They're your friend now. Well, guess what? That's the opposite side of evil. That is the ultimate good, to be able to befriend anyone. On the same tangent, we have the ultimate evil. Part of Void Termina is a thing called dark matter. This, you're no longer a professor, by the way. I should mention that the professor threw himself and he sacrificed his life. You've all sacrificed your lives.
Just a small detail. Yeah, just a small detail.
Exactly.
I'm just in spectator mode for the rest of this.
Third person cam.
Yeah.
Oh my god. But no, Dark Matter is a boss in the Kirby franchise that has appeared in like one of the very first games and has kept on coming back in different iterations with increasingly more lore each time. Dark Matter is represented usually by a black orb with little almost nubs around the side of him, but mainly one big eye in the middle.
Ew.
Gross. Well, how does he have no depth perception then?
No depth perception.
Okay.
Everything is like two-dimensional. He can't eat. Actually, no, the eye is a mouth sometimes.
No, that's gross. That's weird and gross.
That doesn't seem practical. Like, does he get food stuck in his eye when he tries? Oh, he doesn't eat.
Oh,
Dude.
that's why he's so mad he can't taste spaghetti, you know?
Yeah, there we go. We got it.
I'd be fucking pissed if I couldn't enjoy a good carbonaro either. So
Does
I
he-
mean, you know,
Does he cry because like his mouth just opens? Like, does he get dry eyes? What's the deal there?
He cries blood.
well, that makes sense. I
Oh.
guess that explains.
Yeah.
that explains
Don't act
everything.
like that. Don't act like that makes sense.
Checks out. It checks out. From my understanding of dark matter anatomy, that seems like canonically.
Oh, I
accurate,
didn't know you were well versed on the matter. My bad.
No, I'm not. I'm dead. But I'm just, you know, I'm just going from what I see from the outside. There's nothing more threatening than the phrase, sometimes his eye is his mouth. Nothing causes more fear in my heart than that.
For sure.
Well, on Dark Matter's search for fettuccine Alfredo throughout the universe so he can finally have one good meal.
Oh, yeah.
Dark Matter is almost a hive mind. It's an anamorphous blob. It is something that exists. It's like darkness. It's a concept. And its goal is to make everything else it. Dark matter is dark matter. This is just simply how it works by its logic. So its goal is to hunt down the universe for sentient life. There is no free will under darkness, under dark matter. And so eventually it comes down to a little known planet called Popstar. our home of Kirby, home of our narrative.
Home of KDA. I love KDA. I love League of Legends.
Can you imagine just like the dark entity flying by?
Oh my god, a call is my favorite.
I hate that you're funny sometimes. It pisses me
I
off.
hate it too. It won't.
It pisses
It
me
doesn't
off.
stop.
So dark matter, on their goal to take down sentient life, to make everything dark matter, attempts to possess King Dedede, attempts to possess all the inhabitants on Popstar, but not without the resistance of Kirby. Comes through with positive emotions, dreams. Am I boring you? Am I boring you?
No,
If I could have a bag of popcorn right now, I'd be like,
Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, no problem. No, it's all good. It's all
I need
good.
a little more bloodshed to keep me, excited. You know what I mean?
Question.
Yeah, what's up?
Does Kirby know any of what the fuck is happening, or is he just kind of naive and is he like the Michael Cera of this universe, where he kind of just happens to be in the right place at the right time? He doesn't like really realize what he's doing. He's just like, oh shit, well I guess I'm here now.
Kirby's chilling. Kirby absolutely has no idea. He's a lackadaisical little blob who exclusively through what he exudes, his vibe, through exclusively Kirby's vibe, attracts these negative entities.
Damn.
it's a weird vibe right there.
Vibes attract people.
He is
That's
like
what's up,
he is the definition of immaculate vibes, but in the wrong place, I guess, because it makes fucking universe destroyers come after him.
He just brings up all this toxic stuff with his immaculate vibes. It's a shame, honestly. It says
It's
a
to
lot about
balance
our
out the
society.
universe. It's to balance out the universe because the vibes are so immaculate around Kirby.
Exactly.
And actually, his vibes are so immaculate that a piece of that dark matter that, as far as dark matter understands, everything should be dark matter. A piece of it breaks off and becomes so influenced by Kirby's immaculate vibes that it starts to change. It starts to alterate on itself.
Okay.
It starts to grow a silly face, become blue.
And does it
grow a
start
big old-
licking?
It starts licking, gets a big old tongue, and like how it copies Kirby's immaculate vibes, copies Kirby's abilities.
Wait.
Dark matter's entity becomes
Are
gooey.
you fucking kidding me?
What?
Gooey's fucking
my man.
Gooey's fucking made of dark matter?
Gooey is a little chip of the ever-present evil entity of dark matter, who upon venturing to Dreamland, to Popstar, becomes so influenced by Kirby that he gives up on trying to make everyone evil and instead just enjoys naps and snacks and life with Kirby and friends.
Wait,
sweet.
wait.
Everybody deserves a second chance. That's what that means.
We're talking about this motherfucker. He's made of dark matter?
Wait, that's Failboat's profile. Failboat,
That
you're
is
made of
profile.
dark matter?
Failboat,
That's
you're made of
right.
dark matter?
It's been me the entire time.
Oh my god.
He was waiting
That's
for this
gooey.
episode.
yeah.
To reveal his true identity. Wow, that's
Gooey is
awesome.
a little chip of dark matter.
Good for him, honestly. I wish that were me.
Dude,
One shit, though.
do you really? You really wish you were a piece of dark matter. You got high
man,
aspirations, kid.
To get a little chunk of pure evil, that's all that a guy wants, I think, ultimately.
You know what? Maybe I judged you too hard. You seem like you're onto something.
Yeah, no, listen, man, don't knock it till you try it, man. Dark matter, consuming space, all that good shit. It's different.
all that good shit.
Yeah.
So that is a rough approximation of dark matter. Eventually it's pushed back by Kirby, chased down to its source, being an entity known as Zero. Eventually you can kill Zero and then his eye pops out, it's all bloody and his carcass falls away. Again, all in a stream of blood that is for some reason in Kirby. It comes back in 3D later on.
Oh.
But yeah, that's an approximation of of dark. This is a real good episode for the visual watchers that you get to watch around and see everyone's horrified faces. Explain various parts of the narrative.
Yeah, because it just gets worse and worse the more you talk, and then it sometimes gets really cute and wholesome, and then it goes right back down to, oh, by the way, there's blood spilling everywhere, and
Yep.
horrible diarrhea.
It's at this point I have 3 different.
The worst part of
glazed
Kirby.
over me for a
He
second.
said he was a laxative guy, so I don't know, something like that.
Laxative something, not laxative.
So I got three alternate stories for you here. Three little pieces of lore I can share. We got part 1, option 1, the ultimate simp. Option 2, the ultimate capitalist. And option 3, the ultimate evil that's been around since the beginning.
So is this just like our
first one.
nicknames or like?
No, I'm the
There's
first
subdivision. It's the branch out episode, you know? Depending on what we do, we're gonna get the good or the bad ending.
Choose your adventure.
Choose your adventure.
I vote for ultimate simp.
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 Yeah, I'm outnumbered here, so we're gonna go with ultimate simp.
Excellent. The one I remember the least. Thank you.
We like a good challenge for you, dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So there's this wonderful couple.
Okay.
Wonderful couple. They are a insect-like race, but they are in love.
Gross.
Oh. Okay.
It's disgusting.
Well, I guess.
However, one day, one of this couple happens upon a powerful mirror, an amazing mirror, and gazes into it.
It's like the name of the game.
Oh no, this is a different game.
What the fuck? Okay.
It's not the amazing mirror?
What?
Okay. So I thought I was being smart with Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. Sorry, go on.
It is the amazing mirror from the Amazing Mirror, returned in a different game. This is, yeah. So they gaze into the Amazing Mirror, and they start to think they're ugly. I'm not sure if you've ever looked into a mirror.
Like me for real. On God.
You're telling me 2 giant cockroaches saw themselves for the first time and were like, "What the fuck?"
They're like, oh.
Yeah,
I'm a bug? No.
Oh my God, I'm hideous.
I didn't know I was a cockroach.
And so this cockroach begins to reflect, to become influenced by the mirror and what lurks on the other side, and begins changing themselves, changing their shape, using magic to alterate themselves to become a giant wasp, a giant creature, nothing like how they originally looked. But the dude is like, dang, you still the same though. Don't worry, B, you're beautiful no matter what. B, literally now. You're beautiful no matter what. Thank you, Hayden, for the approving eyebrow wiggle.
I'm sorry. It's like Jay giggled, and then it hit me. It took me like 2 seconds to get it.
This isn't a long story, but it is just the dude being like, no, you're beautiful. I'll serve you no matter what. And then eventually he realizes like, oh, damn. She kind of evil. She kind of trying to kill everyone. And so he's like, you know what?
A little bit of a red flag. Yeah.
Red flag. So he goes and he joins our allies in the attempt to take her down and bring her back to what she once was, and searches forevermore to try and find a way to bring her back and help her in his ultimate quest.
Okay, but here,
Yes.
I just have one question. So, they
Yeah.
were cockroaches. They found a mirror, and
Yeah.
the one thing they wanted to become because they found themselves uglies is a wasp? What kind of terrible
much.
choice is that?
Yeah.
If anything, it
Standards,
used to
man.
be
They
a
could have been-
freaking stupid wasp. They're the worst thing ever.
They could have been like Ariana Grande or something. They chose to be
Easily.
a wasp.
Listen, man, beauty standards across the galaxy are so fucking weird, man.
But yeah, I can tell.
Media's portraying all kinds of shit.
To be
It's
fair,
crazy, bro.
Markiplier said he'd fuck a wasp. So
That's true.
he did say he'd smash a Beedrill. So maybe he's onto something there, you know.
Maybe he's related to the Kirby lore in some intertwined weird way.
Hello, everybody. My name is Mark Kirby.
Markiplier. Wait a minute. So there's no like happy ending to this story? Like this wasp tier 3 sub to this bee for like forever and that's just it?
Nope, she's gone.
Okay.
And he spends his life trying to bring her back.
Oh, that's
searching
awful.
through every element, every wish-granting device.
And they
Trying to-
say romance is dead, you know?
That's
They
right.
say chivalry is gone.
Yep.
Chivalry might not be gone, but she is.
Aw.
So
That's sad.
Damn you, Kirby
Such a
lore!
reality check. Oh my god.
Holy shit, dude. That was upsetting.
So we got two more on the alternate paths. Do you want to hear about the ultimate capitalist or the ultimate final boss?
Can I just have one question
Please.
via the Kirby lore? At what
Down in front.
At what part in the lore does a tomato become the ultimate healing item?
Oh, Kirby just really fucks with that.
He just really fucks with tomatoes.
Yeah, like honestly, he just likes it.
Oh.
Kirby fucks
My boy be eating
heavy with
healthy.
tomatoes.
Wait, so is it only Kirby that gets healed by tomato? Or is it that... Because when Kirby eats it and gives it to his allies also get the
Yeah.
tomato power.
No, another question. Why they make out when they heal each other?
I mean,
love.
why don't
Love is
they're
alive.
friends?
Yeah,
They're
but
friends.
he does it with all his friends though. Is he just is he into polyamory? Is that it?
That's got to be probably what it is,
Open
right?
Yeah,
relationship?
exactly.
Polygamy?
You don't make out with someone when you eat Fyrus, you know?
Oh yeah,
Little bit of pasta
I'm in the States and I go to Wendy's or something. I'll take a bite of my burger and just spit it in Jay's mouth like a baby
Yeah,
bird.
that's just like Kirby taught us.
Just like Kirby taught us, dude.
Hey, they removed the making out from Forgotten Lands. Now you just high five, and it's the worst game
that's
for
so
it.
upsetting.
What a nerf.
Yeah.
I like it when they
That's
made
a
out.
shame.
I chose simp last time, so I'll let either Gab or Jay choose this one.
Go ahead, yeah.
Capitalist or the hidden boss?
I'll go for money. Capitalism.
You know what? I was also gonna say the exact same thing. Me and you, same way.
Ah,
I'm all about the bag.
Yeah, we're all on the same track, you know. Simps and money, they go together hand in hand.
Exactly,
so-
exactly.
Can't have one without the other.
Excellent.
Jay's just like, man, I really
Excellent.
wanted to hear about that boss.
No, I want to hear about money too. I want to hear about the ultimate capitalist. That's definitely
You are after the ultimate bag. You
Yeah.
are looking
Yeah.
for all the money you can. You
We're YouTubers.
took up the Raid
Yeah.
Shadow Legends promo.
sure did.
You take everything.
Yep.
But most
Absolutely.
importantly, you travel around the universe,
Nope.
taking every planet for its resources.
I don't relate anymore. This is a bad story.
Jay just hard agreed to everything, and then you say you travel across the universe. He's like, no, like in the most fucking nonchalant way. He's just like, no, you lost.
I'm not into in these interstellar Airbnbs. It doesn't suit me.
You're going around the universe, and you're taking every planet for its resources, and then you're selling it back to the highest bidder, the highest buyer.
Wow.
You're doing this because you've been consumed by greed. You were once a great father. You were once a great businessman, but you lost your daughter. You
Yeah, what
lost your
happened,
daughter
Gab?
a long time ago. Yeah,
I'm just like, me? Are you just talking to me now?
your name
said
is
daughter, and I was
Gabriel
like, huh?
Gaming.
Oh,
You run a mediocre podcast.
this is Gavin and AU. Alternate universe.
Consumed by greed, you travel the universe looking for more and more planets to conquer. It becomes less of a quest to revive your daughter, to bring her back, to find her, and more of a quest to profit, to gain, to increase your stature. And as you go across it, you happen to fuck around on the wrong planet being pop star once again. And Kirby's like, "Ayo, I don't like that. I like nature and trees."
These motherfuckers should know to stay clear of Popstar
Yeah.
at this point.
Off my block. I don't want to see none of y'all on my block. That's what Kirby says.
Yeah, that's exactly what
Exactly.
Kirby says, and that inflection as well.
See, we're gonna make it brah, brah, brah. You pull up,
Brah,
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 brah, brah.
You're gonna bust the cap in their asses.
But it turns out,
Okay.
your daughter didn't die. Your daughter didn't die. She was lost. She came back to you, now as an adult, but you're too far gone. You're too far gone by greed. You no longer recognize her. And you're still on the search for her. You can't find her. And you desperately try to search every corner of the universe, going so far as to discover and recreate ancient blueprints, a wish-granting supercomputer left behind by a group known as the Ancients, a group of professors that research technology and magic. You require that supercomputer. And in an attempt to bring back your daughter, to grant the ultimate wish, something goes wrong. The supercomputer takes over you. You are no longer using it. It is now using you. It deletes your person, your soul, your persona. You are no longer...
Delete System 32.
Oh no.
Yeah, it deletes System 32 on your whole person. You will never be able to meet. Yeah, never. Never being able to meet his daughter, Haltman, gets disintegrated, eradicated from the universe.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
It's
The
unfortunate.
supercomputer takes over, and it's up to Kirby and co. to rid that from existence.
So who is this supercomputer?
This is a supercomputer created by the ancients a long
Does it
time
have a
ago.
name?
It's
Yes.
granting power.
Karen from SpongeBob.
Does it have a name?
This one is called Stardream. It is.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the name.
Okay.
It's called like iMac or something.
Yeah, I think,
Yeah, Packard Bell.
Windows 10.
It's the green iPhone, people, I tell you.
NZXT or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know how it is, man. On the 7th day, God rested. On the 8th day, NVIDIA created the GTX 1080. The universe was dead from there on out.
Oh, wow.
But yes. Without going too much further into how the game all plays out, that is Stardream. That is the wish-granted computer, and that is a piece of the narrative there, and that is the end of the capitalist journey.
Wow.
Okay.
So I love that.
Another sad one.
I love that whole story is like he's doing this whole like he's ultimately pointless,
Yeah.
right? Like he does this whole quest, and then he's like, "Hey, welcome to Apple." And then he becomes fucking a TI-82, and then the rest of the world dies.
He gets fucking disintegrated.
Yeah.
Yep.
Although,
That's a shame.
now that I think
depressing.
about it, it's kind of a reimagining of the King Midas like myth, you know, where King Midas actually turns everything to gold, but at some point his gift consumes everything around him, and he touches his daughter, and his daughter dies because of his gift. So I think Kirby might be borrowing from mythology and stuff like that.
No. The mythology borrowed from Kirby. Did you not hear?
That's right.
This happened a long time ago, Gab, okay?
Ah, yes. My favorite god of the Greek mythology. You know, there's Zeus, Hades, and Kirby.
Yes, sir.
Kirby sounds like a name that could fit amongst like Play-Doh and stuff.
Kirby.
I can see that.
Yeah. If you look up in the sky, there's a constellation. It's actually on Hayden's backdrop of Kirby. You can see it. It's there in space.
Oh, yeah, right there.
Don't touch him. Are you insane?
Hayden fucked with Popstar.
Oh, no. Well, it was nice knowing you, Hayden.
You can't just fucking launch out of my wall.
Dude, you tap on the star and you just hear little tiny screams of horror. You just crush the planet.
And I'm just like, what the fuck?
It's like a supernova on your wall.
I'm just like,
Wow.
Kirby music
Scientists first-
intensifies.
Science's first glimpse before the Big Bang. It's just Hayden's wall. It's just straight. Wow.
oh, dear.
All right.
So the final little bit of lore I wanted to share. I have one more thing, I guess, beyond this. But the ultimate hidden boss, and this is the one with the least amount of concrete stuff on it, because the first time it was brought up and dropped out of nowhere was in Kirby Star Allies, and at the very, very, very secret end of it. This is one that doesn't have a story, but the story is what you've noticed as you've played the Kirby games. At the beginning of each Kirby game, well, what do you guys know about the beginning of each Kirby game? What do you see? When you fire up Kirby, what's the intro cutscene each time? How does it start before things kick off?
Screw the language.
It goes like, there's a star, and then there's Kirby riding on a star, and he's like, whee!
Yeah, he's on a
Gets
warp
him.
star. I was gonna say, do you mean like the cutscene before the first level? So the first level was always like green greens, but yeah,
The cutscene before the first level in every Kirby
It
game.
usually starts with Kirby riding a warp star.
A little bit more to it. Describe the scenario. What's happening in it?
It's crashing usually.
Yeah.
Not a good
But
pilot.
remove the warp star from the equation, because that's not always the
Kirby's
case.
usually just chilling. He's usually asleep.
Yeah.
Like usually he's asleep. He wakes up and some shit's going down, and then he springs into action.
Well, something that gets by everybody, and something that no detail has ever noticed until this moment, something that's been in every single Kirby intro, is not only is he relaxing on a nice sunny green day, but down flaps a cute little orange butterfly.
Wait, I don't know about this, but I remember people freaking out about it because in Forgotten Land, when you go into the the void at the start, the little butterfly is there, and everyone was like, oh my god, guys, the butterfly, and I have no fucking clue what they're talking about.
This is Kirby's butterfly. It has no name. It has no concrete lore. And this is the weirdest way to describe it yet, but according to its description, this little butterfly represents the dead. This little... it is representative of the souls of the dead. It is something that has appeared in every Kirby intro and flutters around with Kirby, almost attracted to those kind vibes of his.
Oh.
And in Kirby Star Allies, there's one great warrior that's been brought up in other Kirby games. He is a pink warrior, oddly colored similar to Kirby, with a Meta Knight-shaped mask, but with angel wings and a giant pink lance. This is the greatest warrior in the galaxy, known as Galactonite. This is a terrifying entity. This is someone who can chop planets in half. This is, when wished for by Meta Knight, the greatest fighter throughout time. This is the warrior, the threat that the magical ancients worked together to banish before they themselves were banished out of fear of their power. This Galactonite is summoned, and then all of a sudden, a butterfly flops down and rests upon this mighty warrior's head, consuming him, consuming everything that he is and becoming an even greater knight. This is a little butterfly that has always just been regarded as a background detail, but for all we know, could be a harbinger of calamity. Just something that prefaces all the bad before the bad happens. And is something that Kirby finally gets to fight in this hidden boss fight at the end of one of the games. There is no story. There is no lore with this one yet. But it's something that has popped up in every single game. Even the very first game. The first moments of Kirby going into Kirby, I think just Dreamland.
Yeah, the very
1-1.
Game Boy or NES.
Even in the very beginning, the butterfly was there too. And it is the weirdest theory. It came out of nowhere. This has never been like brought up before this point. He just comes down and sucks up the world's greatest, the universe's greatest, mightiest, scariest warrior and fuses with them. And we have no idea what it means. We have no fucking idea what this is.
And this thing is in fucking Forgotten Land as well.
It's in Forgotten Lands as it goes through the portal.
Yeah, because Kirby gets sucked up into the portal at the start, and the butterfly's fluttering around with him. Wow.
Yes.
Dude, this is a Nintendo game. Since when did they care about continuity at all?
Every game.
You see Mario doing fucking bullshit left, right, and center, and none of it lines up. Like, there's no timeline.
Yeah.
Okay, Zelda, you can kind of cobble together something, but it's like different links, you know, and you kind of have to like, you have to do like a lot of fucking mental gymnastics to make a timeline out of Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
Well, actually, there's like 3 timelines. Like
yeah, it's like a split. Yeah. There's a split timeline. But you're telling me these motherfuckers at Nintendo put a fucking butterfly in Kirby Dreamland on the NES, like God knows how long ago, like 30 years ago now.
Yep.
And they've just put it in every single one because they're like, okay, one day we're going to reveal that this is the fucking worst thing that's ever happened in ever.
I think that Sakurai knew what he was doing, and he's like, you know, if Kirby pops out, I got the entire Kirby Bible right there, you know? And I got all the lore.
I respect it so much to have to just put things like that and to just try and develop things over time because it makes the payoff like so much more satisfying.
So this butterfly comes down, eats up the people, makes it super powerful, it gets strong, whatever. It comes down, sits on their heads and eats them, right? So every beginning of each Kirby game, the butterfly comes and sits on his head and is like getting ready to start chowing down on Kirby. And then some crazy shit happens and it's like, oh, maybe next time I'll come back and eat your ass.
Maybe that is
goes.
Maybe that is the case. Maybe it's trying to get to Kirby and it just always misses out.
So maybe all the bad guys are good guys, just trying to distract Kirby from getting, consumed by the butterfly.
I was gonna say maybe.
Kirby did the snail challenge. You know, the one where you get like millions of dollars, but there's always a snail following you, but it's a butterfly, and he's always that close to getting caught. But Kirby's like, boy, he just runs away and do a wheel or something.
I like how he runs like a fucking chicken.
He's got stubby arms.
He does.
Run like that.
He does, but it's just really funny seeing a human being do it.
Whoa!
I would like to point out that during this, I got the most threatening tweet notification from Nintendo saying that Kirby and the Forgotten Land releases in 3 days. Like,
They're listening. They're listening.
Literally right now that came up while we were talking about consuming the universe.
That's awesome.
That's hilarious. Nintendo's listening like, hey, by the way, the next chapter, by the way, I'm so excited to see where Kirby Forgotten Lands brings to the narrative. They've already dropped a few things that I'm gonna avoid because they talk about some other subjects. But I'm so excited.
I'm excited for Forgotten Land as well. That's like the first new Kirby game that I'm gonna jump into when it's released, and I'm gonna play through the whole thing, and I'm super stoked.
Yeah, likewise.
The final thing I wanted to bring up was something that I have a personal theory on, and I think Kirby is gonna just grow so large and destroy everything that he will become the new evil entity in the world. He will become the galaxy's most evil creature.
Cab really does not agree with what you're saying.
No, Kirby's a good boy. He's gonna conquer the bad and turn the bad into a big gooey, and they're gonna do good.
Shit it out, and that's gonna be a good shit and not an evil one.
Yeah.
It's like the end. Everyone's happy. Bye.
What is your basis on theory? What is your basis on the theory that Kirby's gonna become the next big bad?
Don't say Twitter.
I think
it's not an answer.
Even before Kirby becomes the next big bad, I think Meta Knight's going to become the next big bad.
They're the same species, aren't they?
This is something we'll never probably see explored within Kirby, but it may be hinted at. Is the idea of Kirby's life cycle? Is Kirby's a baby?
Yeah.
Kirby is a little positive bundle of joy, and he can become anything. People theorize that Meta Knight once too was like that, but as he matured, he grew into his powers. Meta Knight grew into the sword and the wings, and that's why he has those whenever. He can no longer copy abilities, but he is a mature Star Warrior.
Yeah, he can't copy abilities, but he's specialized in one.
Exactly, sort of kind of like a parallel. As you're younger, you can choose your path in life, and Meta Knight has chosen a certain path.
So can Meta Knight fly without his wings like Kirby can, or no?
Oh, like inflating and everything.
Yeah.
Potentially, but he has them on him. He's never.
Yeah, he just never does. Gotcha.
Yeah. And then beyond that, when in Star Allies, it was revealed that Void Termina was actually a Kirby. Then I was like, yo, wait, is that like adult? Is that like final adult? Kirby grows past Meta Knight. Kirby grows past whatever would come next and becomes more of an entity. Something that is so caught up in what they're composed of that they lose sense of everything else. I don't know. It's something that I theorize may potentially be part of the narrative, but I'm not sure if we'll ever see it fully explored.
So is all of this lore and stuff? Sorry, I know Gab, you had a thing, but is all this lore like explored? Just, like, is it all subtleties? Because I feel like in Kirby games, it's never like you're never whacked over the head with it. I feel like it's all just kind of context clues, maybe.
So most of it is actually lore dumped in pause screens. From the newer games going forward, whenever you pause versus a boss, they'll have flavor text related to them.
Okay.
some bosses will explain like wispy woods. They represent nature and they protect trees and stuff. And then there's ones like the sisters I brought up before, where like, yeah, this was a little girl that was burning alive, that was saved, and then brought into magic, and now they can wield fire. It's like, oh, okay.
That's
Makes
great.
sense.
Yeah, pause screens is usually where it's dumped out in.
That makes sense.
Okay, but I have a very big question / theory right now, because do we know for sure that the Kirby in every single game is the same Kirby?
Yes,
Yes?
that's what it seems to be.
Okay, because that's what it seems, because that could be the
Well-
thing. Maybe every single bad guy in a Kirby game was previously a Kirby that aged and mutated,
That-
you know? Because I mean, it was Meta Knight in the first Kirby game.
No. I think Meta Knight,
No.
came
Okay.
into play
Oh my God.
in Superstar.
That's the thing too, I think.
Yeah.
So maybe Meta Knight was the first Kirby on the NES or on the Game Boy,
Oh,
and that's
Jesus.
why he knows about Popstar. That's why he knows about this place, and that's why it's called Revenge of Meta Knight. 'Cause
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
he saved everyone, and everyone wasn't grateful, so he became bitter, got away, got an army, and came back. And the new Kirby now is there to protect from Meta Knight. And then in the next game, which I can't remember,
Forgotten Land? Oh, no, sorry.
Was it Forgotten Land after Superstar, or was
No,
it?
no.
It was Crystal Shard, right?
I think so. Also, he first appeared in Kirby's Adventure.
Yeah, that's the thing. Kirby's Adventure is the first one. So, and in Crystal Shard, the bad guy is like that weird space entity. And in Superstar, Kirby goes to Milky Way Wishes, which is kind of a space. So, is the Superstar Kirby became the bad guy of Crystal Shards, and it's like a never-ending cycle of the new Kirby must fight the old Kirby that became corrupted.
Oh,
Maybe. And also, your point still your point still does add up, because Kirby's Adventure is the second one. So it could be the Kirby from the first one. It would also explain the weird art of... I mean, I know there's other reasons, but the weird art of Kirby being grey in the first one instead of pink. Like, I know the reason is they didn't have a color for him, but what if he's grey and then he matured into being blue? Because grey is kind of... You know, I could see maturing to go into a dark blue Kirby creature. That's an interesting theory. I like that.
That's interesting. Yeah, I like that.
On top
of all the happy music is this horrifying lore about hunting for your daughter and all the other shit. So
yeah.
where does the
Go, sorry.
where does the yarn games come in? Why is Kirby made of string suddenly?
Yeah, where does Canvas Curse fit into the lore? Where does Power Paintbrush or whatever it's called?
What the fuck is up with Dream Course?
Yeah.
How does that happen?
Yeah.
Yep.
And Air Ride.
Yeah, where the
and all
fuck?
that
Why are
stuff.
they riding around when they're killing people that destroy universe?
Yeah.
So Kirby Epic Yarn started because this evil king called Yin Yarn decided that, like, I think he wanted friends or something.
it's
I don't know,
called Yin
some
Yarn.
lame idea like
Fuck
that.
that.
Yeah.
Who needs that?
He just like he starts to take over. He makes all the world into yarn, and he Kirby gets in and he's in the yarn, and then he meets a little dude called Prince Fluff, and then they adventure together and they hit things with their yarn whip. It's not really the most hard hitting.
Yeah. Well, everything is going to be undermined when you started it off with the horrible darkness evil that we started this podcast with. So everything else seems really underwhelming.
Yeah.
Comparatively.
Drossia and the rest of the Canvas Curse lore is of a similar variety of trapping Kirby within realms of paint instead of yarn and going from there.
Why does everybody hate Kirby?
He's so nice.
Arguably, these people that can turn them into fluff or like yarn and into like a fucking into paint are arguably the biggest threats to him then, because they trap him in a different form that he's not used to, and then clearly they're like the biggest threats to Kirby, right? As
They
opposed
turn
to
him into a JPEG and then delete him.
yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
Why don't we just fucking make him into a computer program in Alt F4?
Yeah. Turn him into a little fly and then,
Yeah, exactly. I mean, these guys can clearly do it if they can turn him into a painting or yarn. Fuck
He
Void
fights his way
Termina.
out.
Get Yin Yang to light him on fire.
But Kirby gets sucked into the little yarn sock. Yarn's like, I bet.
Yeah, that easy. Slurp him up like spaghetti. Turn him into food. I don't know, man. I think Kirby's pretty weak, considering he could be, converted to any format.
What a fucking weird. What a fucking weird.
Yeah, just fucking weird.
Wow. That was super interesting though. Holy shit.
Yeah, I've learned a lot.
Any other point? Any other parts of Kirby that you're looking to prod into?
His butt.
From what you've seen.
Sorry, you asked me. You asked me
Well.
something I want to prod into.
Finally, someone mentioned it.
For the viewers at home, Failboat possess a Kirby with very fat cakes.
It's so fat.
It's so
That's
fat.
amazing. Gosh, then explain that lore, please. You know what I'm saying?
Explain the lore of his thick arse cheeks.
King Gaines.
5,000 years. You are a plastic surgeon. You study.
You are a plastic surgeon 5,000 years ago.
You wanted to create the ultimate glute.
The ultimate glutes.
And unfortunately, you succeeded.
Yeah. It attracted all the bad vibes. Of
You know how
carbs and
when Kirby sprints and he has his arms up in the air? You just hear the clap of his arse cheeks.
This is the Kirby lore that I'm most interested in. I think this is something we need to divulge more.
I was gonna say we could do a dedicated episode on the lore of Kirby's arse cheeks, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
DDD, I'm trying to sneak on dark matter, but my dummy tick booty keeps alerting him.
Kirby's Forgotten Land.
It's the space between his arse cheeks. He hasn't seen it in 5,000 years.
The Forgotten Land. Oh no, I have a new name for that. So what? What is
Sorry.
DDD? We brought up DDD. It makes me wonder, like, why does Kirby have all these mini enemies? Like, what is DDD? Why is he a bad guy? If you're trying to avoid space computers and some other weird shit, why is why is he a problem?
DDD is not even an actual king. He is a self-proclaimed king. He is just like one of like the 3 sentient people on this world, and is like, oh, you know what? You're all idiots. Feed me food. And then they built him a castle. DDD is the equivalent of a school bully. He is, a school bully versus someone with like a sword. Like he'll bully Kirby at the playground because he's like, no, I'm the king. Oh, give me food. And someone comes by with a sword. He's like, oh shit. All right, no, hold on a second. wait. I wasn't. No, hold on. So it's sort of like that. Like King DDD isn't evil. He is obnoxious. He is gluttonous, but he isn't bad. He doesn't want to take Kirby's life for the life of anyone around. He's just a little bit greedy and gluttonous.
Oh, I see.
If I remember correctly, DDD's actually kind of has good intentions, but doesn't know how to do it. Because if I remember, in Return to Dreamland, no, it's not Return to Dreamland. The one that's a remake of the first one on the Game Boy Advance. It's that one where it starts the game by saying like, oh, DDD's taken the Fountain of Wish and he's a bad guy, and then you go there and then you realize that he's actually clogging the Fountain of Wish with his own body because it's like dark matter's in there and he's not coming out. He just panics like, oh gosh, I'm fat. Okay. Jump in. Crisis averted. Thank you. You're welcome.
What a guy.
Yeah.
DDD doesn't really catch a break. Every Kirby game, people think that he's the hero of Dreamland because they're like they fly over Popstar and they're like, we're looking for the king, the one that's feared throughout Popstar. People don't want to fuck with Popstar, but they do want to take care of its leader. And so who is the leader of Popstar but the king? So DDD is constantly possessed, abducted, harassed, whatever it is, with the assumption that he is Kirby, that he is Kirby's prowess. He should probably hang up that title. I don't think it's
better for his
good
health,
anymore.
For
Definitely.
sure.
I love your comparison. The way you explained DDD's position in the Kirby lore was comparing just children in a school playground park versus swords. Like, it's just a complete... If you want to get an understanding of what he is, imagine a kid fearing a giant chivalry weapon. That should pretty much explain where he fits. That's spectacular. But wait a minute. So if King DDD is like the most sentient being, the leader, whatever, and all the Waddle Dees and stuff are part of... They're like the populace of the world, right?
Yeah.
Why does Kirby eat all of them? Like, why do they gotta die? Isn't he trying to save them from a threat? Or is it just like
the guy needs to eat.
All right, listen, I understand when you're on a long journey, you got to pull over at a Wawa and get some snacks, but when you start eating the people you're trying to save, that seems a little counterintuitive.
I mean,
Could be wrong, though.
Beggars can't be choosers when you're fighting the destroyer of the universe. If you just see a fucking... You see a Waddle Doo running around, I mean, you're feeling a little bit peckish. You just gotta.
I don't know, it just rubs me the wrong way of, like, there's a giant threat of the universe, and you're like, I'm gonna save these people, but first, I need a snack, and you just grab like a dude and just eat him.
If I was fighting the destroyer of the universe, right, and I was really fucking hungry, and I was stuck in a room with just you guys, and I was the only hope of the universe, let's just say there would only be 3 people left in that room after.
Oh yeah. Which one goes first? That's where this conversation goes. Which one of us is the most edible?
Which one looks the most appetizing? I just unhinge my jaw and start inhaling. Like a fucking
that's perfect.
I actually have one last question.
Sure,
and if it's too big,
Let's
just
wrap it
answer with like yes or no, and that's gonna be it. But is Kirby right back at you canon in the Kirby video game lore?
No, unfortunately not.
Shame.
Unfortunately not. So much is fun with that show, but no, Enemy and everyone is... Escargoon makes, like, I think 1 appearance ever in a Kirby game. It's a Kirby Mass Effect mini game. He is officially in the Kirby game. It's really cool. But no, Enemy as a whole is not canon, unfortunately.
Kirby Mass Effect, you mean the sci-fi game?
No, Kirby Mass Attack. He meant Mass Attack.
Mass Effect. Sorry, the lore getting lost out of my head.
Kirby and Commander Shepard in the same room.
I've never seen it.
Dude, I mean, there's a lot of space and aliens.
I was gonna say, I don't think it'd be completely out of like left field for Kirby to meet Commander Shepard.
Yeah, I think in a future game those paths might cross somehow.
Kirby versus the Reaper and Shepard versus Dark Matter. It works. It all works out.
Yeah, exactly.
But that everyone is the dark lore of Kirby. What do you think is going to be happening in Forgotten Lands? What kind of where has Kirby been sucked up to this time? What demonic entity will he have to kill outside of the furry creatures?
These gas prices. Sorry.
So we've seen DDD has been possessed yet again. Like in the trailer at the end of the demo, he looks like his crystal shards form. So there's clearly like a bigger thing at play that sucked Kirby into Forgotten Land. And since me and Dan are playing through Return to Dreamland, I noticed that you actually pointed it out, the things that suck you into the bonus stages are the same void that was in the sky, which is super interesting. I don't fucking know what's gonna happen, but I'm excited.
Oh, that's interesting.
I'm very excited too.
Oh yeah, I just realized like Forgotten Land is in what looks like abandoned human civilization, right? So like, where does this game fit in the timeline? Is this before a lot of the other Kirby games? Is this like right after the apocalypse?
We're all extinct, aren't we?
Yeah,
like humans
but
in
Kirby
Kirby
doesn't live on Earth.
No, he lives in
so
Pop
like,
Star.
does
He lives in
go to
Pop Star.
Earth?
Forgotten Land could be Earth, like just extinct, non-populated Earth.
Like, I don't think the Waddle Dees came together and made public transport. You know what I mean? Like, I imagine
that's what I mean. I mean,
they drive cars and trains.
The Waddle Dees and stuff got sucked into the void as well, so that's probably why they're on the Forgotten Land. So like like the first stage in Forgotten Land, like when you're on the beach and then you're in like that abandoned city that looks like The Last of Us, that is so far removed from like Popstar. That is so far removed from Green Greens. It doesn't fit Kirby's aesthetic at all. It's clearly not like Popstar at all. It's clearly somewhere else. And I think Earth is actually a really good guess.
If it's Earth, let me see. I want to see. That proves a horrible scale to how big Kirby is. Like, you see the mall and then how big Kirby is inside of it. Kirby's fucking huge.
Yeah, Kirby's massive.
But didn't Earth go through an ice age though in the Kirby lore?
It did. It's known as Shiver Star now.
Ah, that's the thing from Kirby 64. I remember that.
Earth is Shiver Star.
Yeah.
Maybe this is before that.
Maybe
this is like a prequel-ish.
So, I mean, to be fair, voids and black holes usually fuck with time travel, so maybe, I don't know.
Yeah,
you know how they are with their tendencies. Although the language in the game, at least I'm looking at like a screenshot now, I'll post it. But the language that's presented on all like the shop logos and all the other stuff in the vending machines is not English. It's like some other language.
The language is English, but all of the characters are like flipped. Like all of the letters are English characters. They're just like flipped either left or right, I think. Because like someone had a breakdown of it, and if you
can translate.
Yeah, you can translate it very easily once you know what it is.
Really?
Yeah.
I wonder if it's like hyper evolved English language, or if it actually just isn't English at all, or maybe there was a civilization after humanity. Maybe this is super. I don't know, man. There's so many possibilities of what it could be.
Yep.
But it's exciting knowing the context of the game before we play it, because I didn't know anything about Kirby, and now I know more than I wanted to know, so no going back.
Yeah, hold up. I got an image right here actually of the language. Like if you look at this, and then you look at what the characters like translate, so you can see that they're just flipped.
Oh, they're actual. They're rip F, by the way.
Yeah. A is upside down. B is B. C is flipped. D is flipped. E is just E. G is G. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, M is on its side. L is upside down. P is on the side. R is also on the side.
Huh.
God, I love people who work and crack these things.
W is upside down. Same as Y.
Shouts out to the guy who figured out what O was. They put a lot of work into that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Incredibly smart individual there.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so interesting, dude. I'm so excited to see what is going to be unveiled in this, because I know that's what it's going to be like. It's going to be like, I'm going to play the game, have a good time. Oh, it's basic. But then, you know, the theorists are going to go in and be like, but did you notice the butterfly? Did you notice there was a caterpillar before he became a butterfly? This takes place 6,000 years before the Big Bang.
I feel like there's gonna be not like massively, like we can end off on this, but I don't think it's gonna be huge, but I think there's gonna be more of an emphasis on narrative in Forgotten Land, just because of how different it is, and because it's like it's Kirby's big jump to 3D, and usually with big leaps between 2D to 3D, they tend to like focus a little bit more on narrative to tie things together. Like, I think it'd be a bit weird if it was just Kirby going from planet to planet. Not planet to planet, but like locale to locale trying to figure out shit, because he doesn't know where he is. Whereas in most Kirby games, there is like a clear objective at the beginning set out. There's like, oh, we got to find all these shit parts. Oh, we got to go do this, that, or the other. In this, he's just sucked into a void, and then he's just trying to figure shit out.
Yeah, and with 3D, you can do a lot more environmental storytelling. So I think it's inevitable that we're gonna get a little more details.
Yeah, I feel like there will be a bit more blatant lore drops in Forgotten Land.
Oh, I'm excited now. Now you guys got me hooked on it, dude. Now I'm ready.
Yes, sir.
All I'm saying is, if you're playing Forgotten Land and a boss suddenly grows a big, huge eyeball, that's when it's like, all right, hit up Failboat and DMs for the lore drop.
That's when Dan gets to be like, I told you so.
And if you're watching this, episode, you're gonna be playing Kirby in the Forgotten Land probably right now if you're getting it on release.
Oh yeah,
let us know.
That's right.
If you have played it already, what do you think of it in the comments?
Yeah.
What's your favorite tidbit of Kirby lore? I like the part where the eyeball bleeds and turns into a mouth.
That was my favorite part. I love thinking about that one.
I like
Yeah.
Waddle Dee with a parasol. That's my comfort zone.
They're cute too, Gab.
Yeah,
They're
I
cute,
guess
too.
that's an okay part of the lore too.
Hey, also subscribe for more podcast
Yeah.
episodes like these because they're really fun and we like doing them.
I want more subs on the channel.
All right, well,
yeah.
Fyrus requested it, so you
Okay.
guys got to do it. You know, what was that?
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, Kirby, he's the star of the show.
Shut up, Kirby. Copyright claims.
I think Capcom does a great job when they're adding like collaboration characters.
I've never been able to extend this way.
Oh god, I gotta get the helmet on. Oh god.
Wait a minute, our guy's a bad guy the whole time.
I just think it's crazy that I'm better at video games now than when I was like 16.
That is how you fix all the problems with all these games.
I feel like toy distribution is so different than it used to be.
They resculpted over the chest. They gave him a flak jacket over it.
I laugh when I see Among Us, but I'm not having fun inside. It's a reflex.
No, you took my joke!